Hi, Jeff Higley with HotelNewsNow.com. We're here at the Marriott Marquis in Atlanta for the Hunter Hotel Investment Conference. With me is Don Howard, the president of H&W Management from Lexington, Kentucky. Don, thanks for joining us.
Sure, Jeff. Glad to be here.
Don, tell us a little bit about your company. You're an owner and management company based in Lexington. What's your portfolio look like today?
Well, today we currently have 10 hotels that we have ownership in, and then we manage 3 additional other hotels, some for lenders and some for private owners. We're fortunate. We really only had 2 hotels where we actually lost rate during this recession or during this downturn. We've been able to hold rate pretty well. We bring our managers in twice a year when we all get together, and just finished one back at the first of the year, which is our kickoff for 2011. And our call to arms this year is rate, and we're trying to drive that in a number of ways. Obviously, revenue management is a big piece of that, but value, guest service, all those things kind of come together, and they make up. I guess they give you the tools that you've got to help drive rate. So we're focusing on that this year.
How about on the OTA side of things? That's certainly a big driver of business to the hotel.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think we do a better job of that. I think they're a valuable piece to our business. I think that weekends, soft times, we use them and we value them. They can help us drive revenue that we have very few outlets, to drive revenue, during these particular slow times.
How do you foresee the rest of 2011 shaping up for your hotels?
Demand is up, and this should be a time on a macro basis when we start to drive some ADR. We think that there is a lot of revenue that we can capture, particularly on the ADR side this year, and our intent is to really push that, to drive ADR this year.
How about going forward for your company, growth plans? Do you anticipate growing ownership and management side of the business?
I heard two-tiered in one of the sessions I was in earlier, in terms of there's the institutional capital that's in this business, and then there's I guess I'll say the private or the non-institutional capital. We're definitely non-institutional. We're a small family-owned business. There's a lot of challenges to being in this business and competing in this business when our cost of capital is so much different than the institutional players. So we've got to be real smart in what we do from a development standpoint. We will look for development opportunities. We are looking for development opportunities. We've got 2 teed up right now if financing comes through. But I think that from my perspective as an owner-operator, that it's probably fairly unrealistic for me to think that I will build a hotel and own it for 15 or 20 years, and I just don't think that's, and 10 or 15 years ago I think that was very realistic, but I don't think it is now.
You mentioned the lending environment if the financing comes through on those 2 development projects. How is that shaping up? How do you view the entire financing model right now?
We can finance right now based on relationship and track record as long as we have a very solid deal and bring real equity to the table. We need recognizable flags, we need good locations, we need to demonstrate demand. We need to demonstrate ramp up, and a lot of that's done via feasibility. And then you've got to have a management team that the lender's comfortable with. And if you can bring those, and equity, and if you can bring those pieces together, you can still get a deal done.
Kind of summarizing then, Don, what does 2011 hold for the hotel industry?
I think we'll see more and more lenders come into the market. I think we'll see improved performance at the hotels. I think that this time next year there'll be a lot of deals that are trying to happen.
Don Howard, president of H&W Management, thanks so much for taking your time and talking to us today.
Oh, I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.